Guys, so I just want to send you a quick video for review of solving equations with variables on both sides. That way you can do your assignment for today. First of all, the first step you want to think about is simplifying both sides as much as possible. And simplifying means that you want to look for the distributive property. And you know you have the distributive property if you have parentheses and a number outside. You're going to have to distribute that number outside to numbers that are inside. You also want to look for like terms. Because if you have like terms, you need to combine those before moving any variables from one side to the next. Then you're going to solve your two-step equation. Oops, no, I apologize. We're not quite there yet. We are going to next, after distributive property, we are going to move variables to one side. Oops. And constants to the other. Sorry, this is a mess. I'm trying to write fast. And finally, step 3, you're going to solve your two-step equation. Okay, we're going to do a couple examples. And again, this is just a review. You should have already watched the video. If you have not watched the video from last week, you need to do that. All right. I think if I don't erase this, I'm going to run out of space. So I'm going to erase this. Let's see. I think that. Probably a better way to do this, but we're going to have to do this. Okay, good enough. All right, so let's see. If we have the equation 3 times the quantity x minus 5 plus 1 equals 2 plus x. I'm going to draw my line. And I'm going to simplify both sides as much as possible. So if you look at the left side, I notice I have distributive property, and I know that because I have this. Again, a number outside of my parentheses. So I'm going to first do that distributive property. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. Notice this 1 is not inside the parentheses, so I'm just going to bring that down along with the equals and the 2 plus x. I have a brand new equation after I did the distributive property. After every step you take, you should have a brand new equation. Now I'm going to look at that brand new equation and see if I can simplify further. On the left side, I can simplify further because again, I have like terms. So I'm going to combine those like terms. Negative 15 plus 1, again you can use your calculator if you want. Negative 15 plus 1 gives me a negative 14. I'm going to bring down this 3x, the equals, and the 2 plus x. Brand new equation. Next, I'm going to look at the right side. I notice I don't have any distributive property. I don't have any like terms. I am simplified on the right side. So So now I can start moving my variables. I'm going to move this x right here because it is smaller than this 3x. 1x is smaller than 3x, so I'm going to subtract this x over here because if I do that, I am moving this variable from this side because a positive x and a negative x equals 0. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So if I subtract x over here, I have to subtract x over here. 3x minus x gives me 2x. I'm going to bring down this minus 14, and this equals 2. Brand new equation. Next, I have a two-step equation, so I'm going to solve this. I have a negative 14 and a positive 14 gives me 0. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. This is 0. So now I have 2x equals 16. Divide by 2 because they were multiplying. That gives me x equals 8. So I have one solution answer for this problem. I have one solution, it is 8. X equals 8, that's it. That's the only thing x can possibly be. Alright, let's do one more. Let's do y minus 5 equals 3 minus 9 parentheses y plus 2. I notice on the left side I don't have any distributive property. I also don't have any like terms. So the left side is already simplified. However, the right side, I do have the distributive property right here. And notice I'm going to be distributing this negative 9. So let's distribute that negative 9 to y. So negative 9 times y is negative 9y. Negative 9 times 2 is negative 18. I'm going to bring down everything else. So I have a brand new equation. Next, I'm going to look for like terms. Again, on the left side, it's already simplified. But on the right side, I see this 3 without a variable and this negative 18 without a variable. Those are like terms. So I'm going to combine those. 3 minus 18 gives me a negative 15. And I'm going to bring down this minus 9y. And then over here, y minus 5, brand new equation. Now that I have both sides simplified, now I can move my variable terms. I have a negative 9y, I have a negative 9y, and a positive y. So I'm going to move this negative 9y by finding the opposite of it. Opposite of negative 9 is positive 9y. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. This becomes 0, so I get negative 15. Over here, this is a 1y plus 9y gives me 10y. I'm going to bring down this minus 5. Next, I need to add 5 to both sides, making that 0. I get 10y equals negative 10. Again, use your calculator if needed. Divide by 10, and y equals negative 1, because a negative 10 divided by 10 is a negative